Sugar City Morning Show.
Muy buenos días, compañeros. Bienvenidos todos a Sugar City Morning Show. Para hoy, 26 de febrero, un gran gusto saludarles. ¿Cómo lo están pasando hoy? Ojalá y la estén pasando muy bien. Good morning. Welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. We're transmitting live from Norte Vision Channel 10 here in Orange Walk, right smack in the outskirts of Orange Walk. Trial Farm to be exact. And our signal is viewed throughout the length and breadth of this beautiful country of ours. Thanks to the arrangements we have with cable signal providers, our signal is viewed in every single district town within the country of Belize and also in San Pedro. We are also transmitting live on East Radio, Sugar City Radio Station, and Universal Radio. It's all simulcast. And of course, we're transmitting live on the internet. And if you ever want to watch the program or listen to the program at least, you very simply go to YouTube and you will be able to access the Sugar City Morning Show by very simply typing in Sugar City Morning Show for the date that you'd like to watch. So if you'd like to watch the program 2 weeks ago, you very simply have to type in the date that you'd like to watch, and with the magic of technology, you get to watch the show. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the show. Buenos días, compañeros. ¿Cómo se encuentran todos? Muy bien. Ojalá ya son las 7:04. Como siempre, vamos a empezar este programa con una oración y les invito a que se unan conmigo a darle gracias, a sobre todo darle gracias a nuestro Creador, a nuestro Señor. Y como yo le digo a todos, esta oración es oración universal, no es solo para católicos o para evangélicos o para protestantes o adventistas, o judíos o lo que seas. Simplemente es una oración reconociendo a un poder superior, y no le tienes que poner cara a este poder superior tampoco. Simplemente reconocer que hay alguien mucho más fuerte que tú y que esa persona es la persona que le da orden y propósito a la vida, y que sobre todo hay que darle las gracias y no levantarse, como diría mi mamá, como animales, simplemente levantarse y ni siquiera reconocer de que hay un poder superior en nuestras vidas que nos da propósito y le da orden a todo. Compañeros, yo en mi caso le pongo un nombre a este poder superior. Yo le llamo Dios. Ojalá y que tú logres también ponerle un nombre y decir Dios. Padre, yo reconozco que tú eres el creador y dueño de todo el universo. Que tú creaste todo, permitiste todo con la evolución. Padre, yo te doy las gracias por todo lo que tú das, lo que haces por mí, por el amor incondicional que tienes para mí y para todos nosotros. Nos das la vida, nos das la salud, nos das fuerzas, nos tienes tanta paciencia. Y nos das, y nos das, y nos das. Padre, te pido que nos ayudes, nos perdones sobre todo, porque muchas veces somos un ataje de mentirosos, hipócritas, egoístas, soberbios, arrogantes, y que muchas veces, si tenemos conciencia, no somos dignos de todas las bendiciones que tú nos das. Pero así es tu amor, y nos bendices aún más. Padre, te pido que nos continúes bendiciendo. Yo reconozco que yo tengo que ser una mejor persona. Yo reconozco que a veces el egoísmo en en la arrogancia me tumba, yo lo reconozco. Padre, te pido como siempre, te pido para todos nosotros que podamos empezar a ser dignos de tus bendiciones y que nos continúes bendiciendo con salud y fuerzas. También pido, Padre, por los enfermos y aquellas personas que más necesitan de tu ayuda. Padre, te bendecimos, te adoramos y te glorificamos siempre. Amén. Good morning. It is exactly 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás? Ojalá y que bien. Vamos a reporte del estado del tiempo, primero en inglés y luego regresamos para la traducción en español. This is the general weather forecast for today, Monday, February 26th. The general situation is described as the following. Mainly fair weather will prevail today. The 24-hour forecast, mostly sunny today with little or no rain, partly cloudy tonight, isolated showers with a chance of a few more over the extreme south. The winds blowing from the east-southeast at 10 to 20 knots and becoming quite gusty. The sea stayed choppy to moderate. Temperatures along the coast 84 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 78 degrees as a low, and inland 89 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 68 degrees as a low. And in the hills, a cool 78 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 63 degrees as a low. There is a small cross caution in effect for gusty winds and occasional rough seas, obviously because of the gusty conditions out in the seas. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is generally fair weather with isolated showers developing. Now, if you woke up early this morning and you were out, you saw that, you would have seen really, that the sky was blue, blue, blue. Obviously, we are under the effect of a high pressure area. And I've always mentioned that the high pressure area is descending air. In other words, the pressure is coming from above and the air is descending towards the earth. Versus a low pressure system where the air is rising. So if you have a situation where the air is descending, that means that there is no opportunity for clouds to form, because there is no sucking effect. In other words, there is no absorption of humidity going into the air. Well, at least if it is strong enough, you won't have it. But as things are, as things go, the high pressure system sometimes wanes, and then you have the formation of clouds during the course of the day. Not many, but at least if you have clouds, you won't have any rain. So this is exactly it. Generally fair weather with isolated showers developing. Very few. The tides, a high tide this morning at 10 minutes after 8, a low tide this afternoon at 21 minutes before 1, a second high tide today at 3 minutes after 7, and the second low tide tomorrow morning at 2:15. The sun rose this morning at 13 minutes after 6, and the sun sets this evening at 2 minutes before 6. The moon rises this afternoon at 2:48, and the moon sets at 4:08 tomorrow morning. Thank you, forecaster Derek Rodon, for this information. And also thank you to all those other persons working at the Met Service who are up from early compiling this information. I noticed that they're in their, have been at the job from way before 6. Thank you very much. De igual forma, quiero saludarles a todos que se unen a esta transmisión. Son exactamente las 7:12 y ahora nos toca escuchar, compañeros, el estado de reporte del tiempo. A propósito, si es que hoy estás celebrando cumpleaños, que la pases bien. Si es que estás celebrando aniversarios, también que la pases muy, muy, muy bien. Aquí, de parte de nosotros en Canal 10, enviándote todo lo mejor, todo los mejores deseos para ti, en el día de festividades. Vamos a ir rápidamente al pronóstico que dice que hoy la situación general es que tendremos buen tiempo. Para las siguientes 24 horas estará bastante soleado, con poco o nada de lluvia, parcialmente nublado por la noche, sí, pero vamos a tener algunos chubascos aislados con la posibilidad de aún un poquito más sobre el extremo sur, no el norte, no la parte central, sino el extremo sur. Ya saben, compañeros, que y se estarán preguntando por qué el extremo sur siempre tiene más lluvia que el resto del país. Es simplemente por la que es un área montañosa. Es más, cuando las nubes están entrando del mar y ya luego entonces topan con el país, es más, la tierra, entonces tienen que elevar rápidamente porque las montañas están bastante altas en esa área. Entonces, como se van elevando, pues tienen que tumbar el agua que traen porque se les hace muy pesado subir hasta las elevaciones más fuertes. Así que tienen que tumbarlo para poder elevarse más. Esa es una razón así bien simple porque el extremo sur siempre trae más lluvias. Los vientos del este-sudeste de 10 a 20 nudos con ráfagas más fuertes. El estado del mar moderado, agitado a moderado. Temperaturas por la costa 84 como una máxima, 78 como una mínima. En el interior del país 89. Mamma mía, casi 90 grados. Aquí en el interior del país 68 como una mínima. 78 en las colinas como una máxima y únicamente 63 como una mínima. A propósito, quiero contarles que hay una nota de cautela aún para pequeñas embarcaciones porque dado a los fuertes vientos y las ráfagas en el mar, se les pide a todas las personas que están en el mar ejercer máximo cuidado porque pudiera causarles problema. Por favor, mucho cuidado. Se espera que mañana martes y martes por la noche tengamos buen tiempo con chubascos aislados desarrollando, sí, pero esencialmente buen tiempo. Una marea alta hoy a las 8:10, una baja a las 12 mediodía con 39 minutos, una segunda marea alta a las 7:03 hoy por la noche y la segunda marea baja mañana a las 2:15. Es más, a las 2 de la madrugada con 15 minutos, la segunda marea baja. El sol salió hoy a las 6:13 y el sol se oculta hoy por la tarde a las 6:02. La luna sale hoy por la tarde a las 2:48 y se oculta, compañeros, a las 4:08 mañana por la mañana temprano. Muchas gracias, forecaster Derek Rodón, y también quiero agradecer a nuestros patrocinadores que fielmente nos apoyan. Estamos hablando de German Vega and Sons, Eduardo Vega, Vega's Distributors and Vega's Imports, aquí el honorable Gaspar Vega. También quiero agradecer a United Democratic Party por patrocinar el show, también a Government of Belize Information Service, Belize Marketing and Development Corporation, Telemedia y a Danomel. Compañeros, vamos a una pausa. Son las 7:17. Tenemos invitados ya en línea, aquí están, pero vamos primero a este corte comerciales y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios. No se vayan.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
We will build a better and more beautiful Orange Walk town.
A better Orange Walk for our children and our children's children.
An Orange Walk, where our residents can enjoy good and clean streets, drains, and parks.
An Orange Walk where tourism will complement our sugar industry.
An Orange Walk that will provide more job opportunities for its residents.
A developed Orange Walk that will be the pride of all Mauritanians.
For real development and the Orange Walk we all wish to see, your UDP 7 is here to make that change for progress.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. Do you think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the washers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
I want to watch my video.
Girls, be quiet. Just give me a minute.
Hey, Miss Michelle. Kids giving you trouble again?
Yes, they're making me crazy. Plus, the internet isn't working.
I know what you mean. We had internet issues too. Then we signed up for DigiNet. Best decision ever.
DigiNet?
Yep. It's BTL's new fiber optic internet for your home that they are rolling out countrywide. Now, it's just awesome internet all the time. Plus, my parents have the ultimate bundle, which comes with a free mobile postpaid plan and a free unlimited home phone.
Did you say free?
Yes, I did. And for a businessman like you, you can bundle and get 6 gigabytes free mobile data every month. My dad loves it because it saves him a lot of money.
Save?
Yep. Plan starts at $69, so you can stop stealing Miss Michelle's Wi-Fi now.
Not true, miss. Not true, miss.
But hey, what do I know? I'm just a kid. Head over to VTL and see for yourself.
Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Lucky for you, that's what I like. That's what I like. Buster. They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Fresh in range, a colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run yours. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community. The same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show cuando son las 7:24. Un gran gusto saludarles y también darle la bienvenida. I'd like to say good morning and welcome to my immediate left, Minister Elodio Aragon. Minister, good morning and welcome.
Yes, good morning.
And I'd like to also say good morning and welcome to my extreme left, Dr. Homero Novello. Doctor, good morning and
Hope
welcome.
you had a nice weekend, Minister. Right here.
How are you?
Good, not bad, not bad. It's been, what would I say, a very busy weeks now. You know, we're very close to election, but before we get in, I'd just like to say good morning to all of the people of Orange Walk East, and of course to those in Orange Walk, wherever you may be, and all of our listeners and supporters from across the country, no?
8 days before elections.
That's right.
Approximately 8 days.
Before anything, Emmanuel, I'd
But
like to
excuse me,
offer
I was talking, just before the break. 8 days before elections. ¿Cómo está la campaña?
Well, everything is going well. I think everything is going as best as can be. I know that we have our candidates out there visiting people, you know, visiting certain houses especially, and on the campaign trail, it's, you know, it's, I mean, politics is such that you always have to be busy during the course of the day, even in the nights, visiting people.
Your East
so
Committee is
right
a
now.
fantastic committee, and you can always depend on it. Am I right when I say that you have a formidable committee in the East?
We have a lot of campaigners right now campaigning. We have they have been out every week for the last 4 weeks, and right now we are looking to go for this the last upcoming week. You know, we are only 9 days away roughly.
Approximately.
And, so it's
there is a renewed thing, Minister, that is going around town, and it is that the United Democratic Party and Philip is going to win this town council elections. In other words, that people really want a change after being in place for about 6 years, to be honest with you. People say, tell you what, it is just natural that we need a change, and secondly, for all the other reasons in the world, because of the quality of the candidates, and because of the very logical position that any municipal elections is going to town council that is friendly with the central government is going to be the perfect situation for developing of any town.
Well, I think from day to day, I will tell you that I feel the more I talk to people out there, and the more I meet people and we discuss, there's a greater support right now growing in terms for Philip De La Fuente and his team. And you know, that gives us the confidence and it boosts our morale, because everywhere you're going, people are telling you, you know what, Mr. Aragon, no worry with the support Philip and the team. They know Philip, they know, and they like the team.
He has proven himself as
That's
a
right.
working man.
Right. And so, you know, every day I'm telling you, we are moving from leaps to bounds in terms of getting that support. I think the nomination day itself, I mean, that was a testament in itself of the kind of support that we have with the people from Orange Walk Town, you know, in terms of wanting to see a difference in this upcoming election. I'll tell you the amount of turnout we had. You know, it was nice, very good. You know, I felt very good because these people were from town. We didn't boss in people. We didn't go out of our way to try to bring in villagers and stuff like that. None of that.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
We sent out our invitations, invited our people to come out, our supporters. We asked everybody, all our campaigners, to invite people. And we had that turnout. We had a magnificent turnout of men and women of Orange Walk Town, young and old, who came out to support the party and to march in unison as we made our way to the Treasury Building. And I'll tell you, you know, when you walk with people together for one common cause, you know, it's one of the greatest feelings ever. And I just want to thank everybody, all of our UDP supporters, all of our sympathizers, everybody who came out that day to make that parade a success. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank especially the people of Orange Walk East, those from Central, North, everybody who came out from Orange Walk Town to lend that support and for us to push to victory with Philip De La Fuente and the team. No, I just want to thank them for that. I mean, the footage itself tells you and speaks for itself. I mean, the amount of people that came out, you know, because when we had our executive meeting, what decision had to be made? Do we bring in people from the villages and that? And we said, well, one, we don't have that kind of money. For make we just go and get buses and bring people in. So we decided, you know what? Let us stick to the town. Let us do the work to invite the people of Orange Walk Town to come out. And you know,
whoever comes from the villages, well, then they're there to give support. Well, but one thing that I can clearly say is that 90% or 95% of the people you saw here on this parade were people from Orange Walk Town.
Right.
No,
Definitely.
I stood on my veranda earlier in the day, and after the one from the People's United Party, I saw them going back to their villages in vehicles, and I go like, they're from San Jose, these are from San Pablo, these are from
buses and stuff.
Buses and so forth. So I go like, why do they bring these people in?
And you know, I will tell you, when you look at the parade, you see all the people from town, they came out, and you know, I felt so good because we never paid nobody for come out. We just invited our people, and they came out, and that shows that they're out there. When I talked to a lot of them, and I said, no, Aragon, no worry, we are here because we believe that the UDP can do great things for our town, and under the leadership of Philip De La Fuente and the team that he has, together we can get there. And I'll tell you, I felt so good, and I'm just grateful and thankful because, you know, we at the executive, we made a decision that we just will deal with town. And I think that was one of the best things.
I think that was a good decision.
Because it really shows you where your strength lies. If you have the support or you don't have the support, and we're not there for fool the people. Okay, you can't fool the people. Everybody have their own eyes and they know people. And I felt so good to know that we had a good turnout, magnificent turnout. People were overwhelmed with joy. We paraded out there chanting, and things like that. I tell you, the people were happy to have joined us in that parade.
What message did you get from all of the people? What was it that all of that support, all of that manifestation of support, what did that tell you? How did you feel?
I felt very good, I mean, it's always good to know that you have people that support and believe in what you are doing. And I remember we had a number of flags out there. Listen, we didn't even had to ask people to carry flags. They came to us, they want one flag. And that is why you see a lot of flag flying out there, because people were willing to carry those flags and get out there on the parade. And I will say that we feel so good that it motivates us, to work even harder. I know the UDP team under Philip is out there working. They're asking people for their support. And we're not here to paint and say everything is perfect in terms of stuff. There's always challenges. But at the end of the day, the UDP team is the better team for this district right now. And I believe that with Philip de la Fuente, we will move things forward here at the municipal level. And that is what I think people want to see, how we move things forward. Because, like I've always told people, the reality is that the town council has done under the PUP what it can. It can't go farther. We need to make that move now so that the UDP team can get there and make things move even farther than what it is,
Doctor, I just wanted to comment a while ago.
Go ahead.
I wish to send my condolences, my deepest sympathy for the family of George Sayers. He passed away yesterday. He's a friend of mine, and he went to high school with us. To all relatives and friends, our condolences.
It's a person that you knew, right?
Yes, he went to school with me. I also like to mention something. There's something going viral on Facebook concerning a fuel tanker that's docked on the outside of the port, saying that it has jet fuel and also diesel, and there will be a shortage of diesel. Ladies and gentlemen, this is nonsense. I know we are in a political era, but I tell you what, that is not true. Weather conditions have not permitted this vessel to dock to unload because there's a 15-knot breeze or wind that is blowing, causing the seas to be rough and chalky. Now this has to drop to 10 knots for the vessel to dock. So it's not there. It's not waiting there because there's no money to be paid. Ships they do freight. They do not sell fuel. So let nobody fool you and tell you that it's because government doesn't have money that this ship cannot dock. There will be no shortage of diesel or jet fuel or anything at all in this country. And I'll tell you, the other issue, Minister, I think you probably have more information on this concerning that government is broke and can't pay. Maybe you can comment to us about that.
Yeah, well, definitely that is not the case,
It's not nonsense.
That's not the case, and I think the government put out a press release. I don't know all the intricacies at the Ministry of Finance because I'm not there, but I could tell you definitely that from what I got to understand, somebody told me about it, and they said that the government has clarified through their press release. No? So that is that with that. But I just want to touch on a quick point here, since you mentioned the condolences for your friend. I just like to also highlight that we had a tragic incident in Orange Walk, last week in regards to Salazar,
Yes.
Ariel Salazar, and I know the family well, Manny and Seth and the crowd, and I just want to send my condolences and sympathies to them and the entire family, and I just want them to know, and to the public to know, that the police department will do its job in terms of dealing with these officers. It's a group. I think.
Can you comment
the
on
news
what
has
went on
highlighted.
There, or
well, I think the investigation is ongoing right now. All I can tell you is that those people who have committed this will be held accountable. People must understand that this was the BSAG team is a specially highly trained unit that operates, and they usually assigned a police officer.
What is it called? BSAG?
BSAG, yeah, that stands for Belize Special Assignment Group, yeah. So, but they're highly trained for serious and major situations
but
that
as
we
far
may
as
encounter.
best as we know, it was only the recovery of a cell phone.
Yeah,
so
but
why
they weren't.
it was used
Yeah, the
excessive
reality,
force.
they were not on official duties per se, or they were not even to have engaged in any kind of report.
They were not.
Of that nature. So, you know, I mean, but at the end of the day, the investigation is ongoing. We had Chester Williams come down from the professional standards branch to guide that investigation, and from what I have known is that all of them were arrested and charged for this. And, you know, I just want to say that in no way will we ever, as the Ministry of Home Affairs, where the police department files, will we ever condone such behavior, you know. And at the end of the day, like I've always tell the men and women in uniform, you must act according to the law. Although you are the enforcers of the law, you must also act within the law. And I have always preached to young police officers when I was at the training school is that if you do the right thing, you can't do wrong. And there are procedures, that is why they undergo training, that is why they are taught the laws, and you know, and so we ask, because it's not, it's a lot of the people would prefer to just jump and say, well, you know what, you say the police, etc., but it's not the entire police department. I think to a large extent we have great men and women in this department. We have great military soldiers likewise who are out there protecting, serving the community, and these instances does not reflect the entire department or the entire military, but it does highlight the fact that people overstep their bounds, etc. They don't make the right decisions, and at the end of the day, the law will take its course. And you know, I just felt sad because Ariel Salazar was out there with us on nomination day. I spoke to him personally. He was like one of the last persons I was talking to that evening in front of the office, you know, only to wake up to hear the news of what had transpired, you know, and I felt really sad about it. I know the family personally too, and I just want to tell them that, you know, to give them my condolences and sympathies, right? But just rest assured that the police will be doing its job in regards to this investigation properly, well, as it should be doing for all investigations throughout this country.
I cannot begin to understand what happened there. Just give it a quick glance, and I cannot begin to understand how is it that to help recover
or defend such wrongful actions.
But the people need to be convinced that those people who perpetrated those actions, that they be penalized, because they want to see the outcome of it.
Well, that's why the law will take its course, its due course, and at the end of the day, the investigation and the court case will all play out. No?
Okay. So. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Okay. Well, back to we're still on election campaign.
Yeah. So it's going well. Like I said, it's going well, and then every day we're growing from strength to strength. And you know, I've always liked to look at things as it is, and then the reality is that the UDP is the underdog here in our Joak. Despite central government is there. We've had a PUP incumbent for the last 6 years, and now the people of Orange Walk will have on March 7th an opportunity to make a decision as to how we proceed within the next 3 years. And I'm hopeful and I do believe that we will get that support to make a change for progress with Philip De La Fuente and the UDP 7 team. And I think that is the right way to go. I believe that there's so much that can be achieved within the next 3 years, especially being that we have a UDP central government. I mean, in a day, time flies. 6 years have gone by, you know.
When it happens, because we're not going to be questioning if it happens. When it happens that the UDP Town Council wins the UDP wins the elections here in Orange Walk, it would mean that it's extra pressure on you. You'd have to lobby a lot for projects.
Well, of course. I mean,
are you willing to do that?
Of course. We've always been fighting for Orange Walk, and I think we will always do. I mean, but having a UDP Town Council working alongside with myself in Orange Walk East as a representative and central government, we can do a lot more, you know, because we could combine our resources, you know. The problem right now is that the PUP will never work with the UDP. It's how would I put it? The mayor has publicly stated that he needs nothing from the Prime Minister. He doesn't want to do anything with central government. And so that creates that it never works. We have tried that for so long already, not only in Orange Walk for the last 6 years. It's been around, it's been proven in other municipalities that have been PUP before, and you know, the central government is different. So, I mean, those are the realities of what it is, because it's politics, and sometimes people can't overstep above politics, and that's just the reality of things, you know. But I do think that having a UDP town council, together working with myself in the East as a representative there, just alone, just that, without even going to central government yet, we can do a lot of work, especially like, for instance, things like the drains in the East, you know, in the lower Louisiana area. Together we could work, come up with a plan, group all the resources together in terms of public works, in terms of what the town council has, etc. See where we could find the funding, and we could do a number of works that is not being done right now. In terms of central government, of course, we lobby to kind of get the resources and funding for the projects. You know, we have the bus terminal that is there right now, and the PM has pledged that support to Philip De La Fuente and his team in terms of that. And those are some of the projects you want to see. There's a lot of other projects I have been fighting for in the East personally. You know, we have been fighting for the polyclinic. We fought for new classrooms for Louisiana Government School. We got, I could tell everybody right now, the government, CHUSIF has approved 1.4 million, I think, or 1.3 million.
So that's going to be major expansion.
Yes, for Louisiana, that is at least a number of new classrooms, and they do need it because that is one of our fastest growing schools in this town. You have Technical High School. The day after we got that commitment from government and SIF for that funding, we got for technical, I think, 1.2 or thereabout $1 million for renovation of their classrooms, which they really needed. I was there personally. I saw it with my own eyes in terms of the conditions, and that will go a long way. And I think today we could also maybe show some footage. We were able to see the work of government as through its normal course, because these are not political gimmicks, etc. The work always continues with the UDP. And we have we were in Carmelita just this week with the inauguration of a spanking new building for the primary school there, the Carmelita Government School. 6 new classrooms. It's a 2-story building, beautiful classrooms.
Is this an existing?
Yeah, that was just built, and students are already using it.
Oh, is this the one that was funded by SIF as well?
Right.
Okay.
And then we also inaugurated the preschool, which was, you know, I went in there and I visited and I said, you know what, our children, no matter where they are, whether you're in town or you're in the villages now, the level of education and the facilities that are being done now is conducive to learning. You should have looked at the preschool. You know, they have a kitchen in there. They have places where the kids go lie, places, you know, where kids go have a good, meaningful interaction.
I saw that building when it was being built, and I thought that it was a nice building.
Nice building, beautiful.
It has a separate area for, like you said, just recreation for kids, where they can do all sorts of things.
And that was, I think that was about close to $2 million. I think that project, or I think 1.2 million and thereabouts. But I will tell you, I was there with the minister, Orin Contreras, who is responsible for SIF, etc. And he was there, and we really loved the building. I tell you, that building is a beautiful building. It's a representation of great things to come for Carmelita. And just the day before, he was in Ranchito Village inaugurating another facility there. And the week before, or 2 weeks before, or 2 to 3 weeks, he was in San Narciso inaugurating the polyclinic there, you know. So all of these things are great things, and I think that these are the kind of things that
Minister, we have a call, man.
Yeah.
Sugar City Morning Show, good morning. Buenos dias. Hello? I think we lost that call.
Yeah. So all of the work that are taking place right now is a testament to the government's support for education, for instance, for the infrastructural development, so that our municipalities can move ahead. And I think these are just perfect examples for everybody to see that this government has been working throughout the country. It's not only one area. It's been working throughout. I mean, the Central Park renovation a couple of years ago with all the roads paved around, those things are a part of government projects. You look at the market that needs to be inaugurated right now, that is also a part of government.
May I interrupt? Sugar City Morning Show, good morning. Buenos dias.
Good morning, Mr. Aragon.
Good
morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm looking at this incident that happened with Mr. Senasar and things. You know, think that we need to forget some real justice, and I think the Supreme Court, the judges, they need to make some really step up the police force, what they're doing to people in society, you know, and the majority of things the police force they do, and people not again no kind of justice, you know.
Sir, what is the gist of your question? Because I think it got lost someplace in between. What was the gist of your question?
Well, the question is that majority of things happening where the police do, and the people
Some
that
elements
kind
of the
justice,
police, sir.
you know, and the things and just happening and happening and happening.
So what is the question?
The question is that we need to make the people they stand for their rights and make the justice them start to be served.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's a comment.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
More of a comment, but you know, I understand these things because definitely people want justice.
Yes.
That's it. I mean, you can't just come, not because you're law enforcement or because you're the military, whatever, it gives you any right over anybody. That's no. You're a peacekeeper. That's it. That's why you go to the training school. They teach you about the use of force and harm, the justifiable use of force and harm. That is telling you you can't beat nobody, you can't abuse nobody. There's a whole list of things as a police officer that you are trained upon.
But imagine
at the end of the day,
ethics and principles and so forth.
A lot of things has there.
All of them are there, but why is it that you have sometimes this pervading attitude coming from some policemen that
is the thing.
I, the policeman, I could do anything I want to you.
They can't. They can't. And the thing is that I think the sentiment is simple: is that people want justice for these things, and you know we live in a system where you know everybody has to. They end up. There's a process where they go through to the court system, etc. And they're heard by a group of their peers in terms of if there's a jury or whatever, or the sitting judge will reign over that case. He will hear defense and you hear the prosecution, and they'll make their case. But all of that is a process, and sometimes you know there's a saying that says. Justice delayed is justice denied. And a lot of this has to do with the fact that the public sees, well, these things happen, they arrest and charge and go to court, takes forever sometimes, and until you bring and get justice. And sometimes people want to see that something has happened right away. But there's a process to everything, and I think that the police department is only one part of the criminal justice system. The other part, which is the courts, which falls under the responsibility of the DPP in terms of the prosecution, in terms of the judges and the magistrates, you know, all of these things, they have their own, and I think everybody has to do their part. But we live in a democratic country, and everybody has a right to defend themselves, etc. And there's a need for due process in everything, despite what has occurred. But I feel the sentiment out there in terms of where is justice for things that have happened. Maybe I take a couple of years before these people their case is over and a verdict is given.
After a while, you get evidence that there is a rogue element within the police department. What would you do?
No, well, once the police department first and foremost is there to keep our law and order. Definitely, we have dealt with police officers every time you have seen it on the television. Anytime there's misconduct, etc., and it comes and is reported, there's a professional standard branch which will deal with those situations. We do a lot of training at the academy, trying to teach people about the whole aspect, the use of force, justifiable force and harm. We teach them about the laws, what they can do, what they cannot do. All of these things are taught, But at the end of the day, you must realize that policemen and women are human beings likewise. And despite the training they have gotten, sometimes people overstep their bounds. Sometimes, the use of force is too much, and so there's a lot of things within this thing. But all I can say is that the system must work. The system must work. Of course, always, It's not easy being a police officer, especially when you have to confront certain elements
I saw you smiling,
of the
Doctor.
community.
Yes, it is a stressful job. I do believe.
I meant it as an understatement.
Yes, what happened is that I have some friends that are policemen, good cops. My respect for them. And I tell you what, these guys are dedicated to that sometimes, because of the dedication they have to their job, family misses a lot of things. They miss happy birthdays for their children. They miss sometimes even sleeping home. All kinds of things, because they're giving time to bring peace to this nation, just like our BDF soldiers.
Let's take this call. Sugar City Morning Show, buenos dias. Good morning.
Good morning. I had a call concerning the policeman who are getting at this problem with that young boy in Orange Rock.
Go ahead.
Morning.
Yes, go ahead.
We're listening to you.
Okay. I had a call about the young boy with this thing. I even get real mad because why they call the people the name first? Not only the name, they give the location where they live. And
yes, go ahead.
Go ahead.
And then
don't listen to the radio. Have a conversation with us.
And then if people don't vex or upset and mad over whatever happened, right? If you give the police a location or the BDF a location, they could just go right there, kill there or something, because people mad.
Yeah. Okay.
Your comments, sir.
Of course, we have to always look at things like that. But I don't, like I said, I don't know the everything in terms of this case, in terms of the fact that what was released and all of these things, the information. All I know that the police department is looking into it. The Professional Standards Branch under the leadership of Mr. Chester Williams has been personally on the ground in Orange Walk dealing with this situation. And of course, we have to look at all of these things, because at this point in time, it is an investigation. Nobody has been found guilty as yet. That will be done when they go to court, and the court judge will decide based on all the facts what will be the verdict or what will come out of this case. So nobody really can comment on this case because technically this is an ongoing investigation. It's a situation that has occurred, and that will have to be dealt with due process, and due process must be given to everybody.
But the people have been detained. The News 7 said that 7 soldiers and 1 cop detained for beating Orange Walk man to death.
Right. So, I mean, but like these are always sad cases because it's at the hands of personnel who should be safeguarding this nation, and these are the things that at the end of the day has to play out in court. And so that is all we can say at this point in time. But I just, from the Ministry of Home Affairs, I just want to reassure the public that wherever these instances occur, you could bet that the police department will do its part in ensuring that the investigation is done and that this moves up to the court. Because, these things happen not only in Belize, all over the world we have instances of these things. And it has to be dealt with one way or the other.
But we need to take a break when it's exactly 4 minutes before 8 o'clock. We've gone on a long stretch. We will take a break, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll be right back with you after these commercial messages. Let's go on that break.
The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Hollover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross-section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing, The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Hey, Jenna, remind me to buy credit when we leave here.
Again? Jeez.
I need to buy data.
You really should just sign up for the data basic plans from Digicel. It's perfect for data lovers like you.
What's that? Because I don't want to change my number.
Keep your number. All you're doing is just paying once a month for data allowance. That way you get way more data than buying day to day, and you pay less than what you're always spending on clothes. Just select a plan that suits your budget. They're as low as $24.99.
Are you serious?
Yes, there are even larger plans that families can share the data.
I like the sound of that. You can look now.
Digicel prepaid customers, come into any Digicel office and ask about a data basic plan that is right for you. The bigger, better network. Digicel.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Punta Gorda Town now has a modern multi-purpose sporting facility thanks to the government of Belize. The brand new complex is double the size of the prior venue, and some of the features include a FIBA certified wooden court with padding underneath, seating capacity for 1,000, changing rooms, locker rooms, and offices. This $3.4 million investment in the town of Punta Gorda is being heralded by the residents of PG.
I feel very excited because this is first time a port like this is built in PG.
This is a big achievement for the town because we have a lot of the youths there where they come out and want to play ball the same way. And this just put up on another level.
A lot of youths can't even wait to play on the new court because it's so official and it's something new to PG, in a whole.
I have to thank the government of Belize because then they look out for PG,
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Give me the real milk, the number 1 milk, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can whip its cream, for Dano milk it is real, yes, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dano milk, then love Dano milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in Fiji, Dano milk, then love Dano milk. You can hear this talk, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Son exactamente las 8:04 aquí con el ministro Elodio Aragón. Y ahora contamos con la presencia del señor Rubén Campos. Rubén, buenos días, bienvenido.
Buenos días, Emmanuel. Morning, Minister. Muy buenos días.
Okay. Minister, estamos hablando, we were talking a little while ago, and about elections the next week, Wednesday.
All right.
But before you did anything else, you wanted to extend.
I also wanted to, we got into the police issue and all that stuff on the last segment. But right now, before we get into the other stuff, I also want to send condolences, to the Argas family. In Orange Walk, we had the passing away of Miss Dorla Argas last week. She lived on Liberty Avenue. I knew her well. I knew the family, and it's sad, right? And I think they had their wake on Saturday night, and I just want to send that condolences and sympathies to the entire family, Argas family, in the passing away of Miss Dorla Argas,
Okay, Ruben.
Good morning.
Good morning. ¿Cómo estás?
I'm good. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and we're getting ready to prepare for the elections for next week, Wednesday. And I want to congratulate the Honorable Minister on the inauguration of the school in Carmelita.
Yeah.
Because previous to that, Honorable Elodio Aragon inaugurated a school in San Luis. So clearly, the government is not stopping its development because there's an election. There's a continuity, a continuity of development and infrastructure and whatnot. And there are more things to come. For example, the upgrading of the Orange Walk Technical School, education to continue, Louisiana.
You mentioned something, the Louisiana expression of the Louisiana government, which I think is a formidable project.
You see, the population is growing, and there is a greater drive for young people wanting and willing to get a better education. So the government, the UDP government, has its plan to develop and make all efforts to meet the demands for the kids to go to school. And so that's exactly what when we look at the plan for Orange Walk for the municipal elections. If our area representative has the ability to go to central government to appeal and to fight for things for their constituents. The minister, you understand, go and appeal for development in their constituents. And then you have the area representative for Central, who is the leader of the opposition, who is not asking for anything. You have a town councillor, a PUP town councillor says, the Barrow, I don't need you, Gapi, I don't need you. Then the only hope that we need to build for Orange Walk, the only hope is for the people to realize that for things to happen in Orange Walk is that we need to vote for a UDP municipal government to work along with the central government. The central government, just like today, Minister and Emmanuel, we're talking today. Next Wednesday's election, and Thursday goes back just like it is today, a normal thing because the government continues to be. But we have a group of 7 who are willingly, freely offering themselves to bring new hope to all of us in Orange Walk. Who doesn't want hope of development in Orange Walk? Who doesn't want the hope to see improvement? Who doesn't have the hope to see jobs created in Orange Walk? So this is the time that we talk to the people of Orange Walk to let them see the difference between the two parties and the candidates. Right now, the UDP, every day if you go on the streets, right now, you'll see more UDP volunteers going to the streets because they're saying, look, it is true what we hear, you know. It's true what we see about the UDP candidates. They're offering themselves. They got a job, you know. They got a job, doing well. All of them are doing well. They're offering themselves to bring that hope to Orange Walk. So they have engaged and enlightened a lot of people. And young people are going there volunteering now. So you will see every day a little bit more and a little more. The Red Army is growing and growing because they have come to realize, the majority, that Philip will win. The UDP will be in the town council because they want to see more for us.
I had an interesting chat some days ago with an individual, and he says, Emanuel, yo te estaba escuchándolo por la televisión y por la radio, y me dio, quise pararme a platicar con esta persona porque quería saber qué está sucediendo. Y me dice, tienes razón cuando dices de que ya le dimos 2 términos a Kevin. We have already given him 2 terms. Pero es simplemente correcto a este punto que vamos a darle una oportunidad al otro grupo, meaning UDP, para conseguir máximo beneficio del arreglo de gobierno y municipio trabajando juntos.
The reason I spoke earlier about Honorable Gaspar Vega and the project and the minister is this, is that there's a 3-year term. The term is 3 years. So with a UDP municipal body, they will have the time to prepare and design the plans for development, and within the 3-year framework, they will be able to achieve what they have in the manifesto. Because as we rightly say, things don't happen from today to tomorrow, because you must have a project, your plan, and your design, and your budget, and everything, and they will have the time to do that. So the manifesto of the UDP has plans, working plans, things that can be done.
Pues regresando al punto, lo que quería decir es que ese es el tipo de pensamiento que mucha gente está abarcando. La idea de que ya es tiempo para un cambio, ya vimos lo que el otro lado puede o no puede hacer, y una cosa que no puede hacer es trabajar conjunto con el gobierno central. Así que vamos a darle la oportunidad al equipo que sí puede trabajar junto con el gobierno y ver qué desarrollo puede ser para el pueblo.
Right, and Martinez, Ruben, you know, it's not only about giving an opportunity to the UDP 7. It's bigger than that. You know, we have to look at the fact that yes, the UDP team will without a doubt get things going in Orange Walk, moving this town forward. But more importantly, we also have to understand that putting a PUP back there makes no sense at this point in time. Why? They cannot go farther. They are strapped for cash right now. Half of their subvention that they get from government every year
has been committed
for the next 12 to 15 years. That means half of what they are getting now, they are operating on 50%. And so they can't move forward for the next 3 years. They can't do no major projects in this town. All those things when they show, oh, look how we are doing Union Town, this will be the new park. Well, they had 6 years and they never do it. So, and worse, they don't have the capability to do it because they don't have money now at this point in time. So they can, whatever they are promising us out there, not going nowhere because they don't have the money. And if they need to get the money, they will have to raise taxes, they will have to raise business tax, whatever it takes, garbage tax, you name it, they will do. And who pays at the end of the day? The people of Orange Walk will have to pay that. And I don't think we need to go there because if we have a UDP 7 team, that UDP 7 team will be working alongside government, and they will see ways and means how we move this town forward. You know, and I believe that the UDP 7 team, it's not only that the fact that we want to give one opportunity, it's a team. It's a team that we have proven leadership under Philip de la Fuente. We have 6 dynamic councillors, people who come from all walks of life. They don't come from one organization. They don't come from the Briseño clan. They come from all walks of life. They're their own men and women. They are representations of our greater community. They don't represent Smart, Fiesta, and the rest are the companies that they have there. They are their own people. And that is what we want to see. We want fresh blood. We want people with new vision, new ideas. And that is what the UDP 7 team is there to offer. And they are here with things from their manifesto, which the UDP 7 team without a doubt can achieve for the public. Everything else you hear from the POP, they're just wishful thinking and things to say, oh, look when I do our next 75 streets. But I want to see the first 75 streets.
Well, you see, again,
you understand me? The fact is, we have to be real. They can't go farther because they don't have the money, and they won't go farther. And for the next 3 years, if the people of Orange Walk say, for the next 3 years, we have put POP back, then again, that will be 9 years. And 9 years, 3 years is going so fast that when we do so, it will be 9 years that we have put POP there, and we have not moved this town forward the way it should be moved.
But you see,
all the rest of the districts are left with it.
Perception and optics are 2 things. Perception and optics, 2 things. On the banner, they put 75 streets. That they say on the banner. When they have the presentation of the mayor, Kevin Bernard said 60 streets. That's 15 less.
But what do they say about the 75 streets?
No. On their banner, they say that they have done 75 streets.
They say that they have done 75 streets.
They have done 75 streets. When he was giving his speech, he said they did 60 streets. So you take 60 from 75, that's 15 less. If you look at the reality and you deduct the rest that were not done, you go to 30. So not about half of what they're talking about, they have attempted to do.
Call. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning. Buenos días.
Good morning, Emmanuel.
Buenos días.
Good morning, Minister.
Morning.
Good morning, Primo.
Morning, Primo.
I would like to give a just a message. Well, it is mejor que nosotros votemos para el UDP, porque este UDP va a trabajar con Central Government. En el manifiesto del UDP estaban hablando de este bus terminal, ¿no? Y solo bajo el Team UDP 7 podemos obtener este bus terminal. Porque siempre Kevin Bernard, él no puede prometer nada del bus terminal porque él no trabaja con Central Government. Él no tiene su boca. We don't need you, Bao. We don't need you, Gaspar. We don't need you, UDP. Eso es una ignorancia.
Te puedo interrumpir, hacerte una pregunta.
Claro.
¿Quién sale perdiendo cuando él hizo esas pronunciaciones? ¿Él o la gente de Orange Walk?
La gente de Orange Walk sale perdiendo. ¿Por qué? Porque es un beneficio para Orange Walk cuando el alcalde de Orange Walk trabaja con Central Government. ¿Ah? Eso es el Central Government, that's the UDP government. Even if it's a POP government, you have to work hand in hand together as one for the development of your town and your country. But with Kevin Bernard, we cannot, never will we go forward under Kevin Bernard leadership. He has proven it 2 terms. 3 years, another 3 years, one next 3 years, no. Original people, hell no. We need to make this change. We need to make Orange move forward. We need to make Orange move forward, and the only way we can move Orange forward with the United Democratic Party, with the 7 dynamic membership that we have to represent this town. Because I know for a fact, Philip have already been there. He has done excellent in his term, and he will continue working for you, the people, we, the people of Orange Rock. That's one thing with Philip. He has everything going, and he will continue working. Y le pido a la gente de Orange Rock, por favor, unamos. Hay que salir adelante. PUP, UDP, let's unite. Because we need one mayor like Philip de la Fuente who will work for the people, not for himself.
Muchas gracias.
¿Understand?
Yeah.
Por favor, le pido a Luciana, con corazón, salgamos unidos. Un pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Unidos venceremos y unidos desarrollamos este pueblo. Y solo con el liderazgo de Felipe de la Fuente, soy Luciana.
Muchas gracias, Paz. Muchas gracias.
Yo pasé por Ciudadela el sábado y domingo. Esas calles están en bad shape, I tell you. Y el Uniontown, lo mismito. ¿Ah? ¿Y cómo quieren pegar? No trabajan con el gobierno central. No podemos tener desarrollo. No les quiero quitar mucho tiempo, pero voy a seguir. Quiero que apoyen a los 7 Dynamic 7 UDP para sacar este pueblo adelante, porque estamos muy abandonados 6 años por culpa de un alcalde que no quiere trabajar con Central Government. Y él lo tiene dicho de su boca. Muchas gracias.
Ándale, saludos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Negrito, you're right, you know. You're very right, Negrito, in calling and saying that you need the relationship between a UDP, Orange Rock Town Council, and the central government.
Pero una de las cosas importantes que estamos escuchando es que la gente dice, Minister, date cuenta, y no es algo que me gusta hacer, pero hablar acerca de los candidatos, pero vamos a hablar de ellos en conjunto. Este trabaja para Smart, este trabaja para Cyborg, para Center, este trabaja para Briseño, los intereses de una familia se ven representados. Los intereses de los distintos negocios de la familia Briseño es lo que se ven representados. Sin embargo, compañeros, si tú ves estos nombres aquí, Yara Viedecar es una maestra, quizás está enseñando a tu hijo. ¿Okay? Armando Osha trabaja en la fábrica, es electricista. Emanuela tiene su propio negocio, maneja el negocio de la familia vendiendo computadoras y otro tipo de accesorios electrónicos. Ayesha es una joven dinámica, ¿okay? Muy inteligente. Derek trabaja en el People's Stadium. José Cocom trabaja en la fábrica también. Ahí no hay ninguno que represente interés de nadie en particular. Ellos están representando la gente de Orange Rock. Así que, ¿qué mejor que eso? ¿Qué mejor? Vamos a tomar esta llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Hay un concern. ¿Por qué los PUP están poniendo en cosas en las escuelas?
¿En las qué?
Eso quiero decir. ¿Por qué los PUP andan poniendo cosas en la escuela? Están poniendo cosas.
¿Cómo qué cosas?
Como alambres.
Yeah. What happened?
Ok, vamos a... Gracias, ¿vas a escuchar en línea o escuchas por la televisión o por la radio? Muy bien, gracias.
Yeah. What's happening is that what we have gotten to understand is that they are getting ready for election day, and this time around, laptops will be allowed to be used in the polling areas, no?
Mm-hmm.
And so what they are doing right now, I think Smart is putting up, the PUPs are putting up wireless connections in each classroom, no? I mean, so that their people could then have full access to the internet and therefore send and receive information, no?
So it's purely technological.
Yes, pure. Technological.
Sugar City Morning Show, good morning, buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos días.
Buenos
días allá, Mr. Rubén,
Buenos días.
Mr. Aragón, y
Buenos días.
todos los que están sentados allá enfrente.
Buenos días.
Solo les quiero decir desde de Guinea Grass. Solo les quiero decir que me escuchen. ¿Hello?
Yes,
Estamos escuchándote. ¿Quién es la persona, quién es el encargado o la encargada? Porque conchas, men, nosotros nadie nos voltea a ver. Como UDP nadie nos voltea a ver. Por lo menos que esta persona, el encargado o la encargada que me está escuchando, conchas, que tengo un poco más de cabeza para pensar porque el camino de Guinea Grass está demasiado feo, señores. Yo como UDP es una vergüenza que tenemos que venir en un camino tan feo como el de Guinea Grass. ¿Cuándo lo van a arreglar? Porque nos prometieron la highway, está bien, entiende que no se puede si no se puede. Pero pues el camino que lo atiendan, por favor.
¿Tú quieres que se te repare la carretera yendo a Guinea Grass? Porque está mal.
Está demasiado feo. Yo no sé si es Miss Lupe la encargada siempre, o va a ser Mr. Aragón, o va a ser Mr. Rubén Campos, yo no sé quién, pero conchas, el camino que lo volteen a ver, por favor. Está demasiado de horrible esta cosa. ¿Cuándo lo van a componer?
Vamos a pasar tu mensaje a la persona encargada, te lo garantizo.
Pues por lo menos si ellos escucharon, ustedes están allá, porque lo que me están llamando son UDP,
Gracias, eso lo sé, te conozco. Muy bien. Muy bien, claro que sí, lo hago.
Okay, well, that's, I think definitely Public Works will be looking at that. Because they always service those roads. I know they service Guinea Grass on a yearly basis. They are out there maybe twice a year fixing all those roads, no? But,
yeah, well, Mr. Jones has his schedule, and he has that in plan. But as the cane season is around, they're checking some of the.
And Mr. Jones is
from Ministry of Works, Public Works. But he has it on his list. But like you say, people there have to bring their cane on the road too. So I'm pretty sure that we have to ask Mr. Jones to expedite this road to be repaired. And we want to thank the caller for calling.
Muchas gracias por llamar y recordarnos.
Gracias por llamar.
Muchas gracias.
Very good.
Okay. Pero regresando a las elecciones que estarán con nosotros tan pronto la siguiente semana, miércoles.
Right.
¿Tú te sientes confiado?
Yes, definitely. You know, I always say that it's all about preparation. And like the caller called, she's seeing that the PUP are putting up these wireless internet connections for the PUP, because I guess the PUP right now, the PUP is all about show. All about show and no substance. I'll be frank with you. That's what who the PUP is right now. All about show and no substance. And just to let people know, right now where they're putting up all these wire connections, you want to see the PUP on election day, all I think going with the laptop, etc. But I will tell you, that laptop and thing now work for them right now, because that is another level of training, and definitely they are not there. So we are not even worrying about that. At this point in time, we are confident in our machinery. We're confident in the way our method works, and we will do our part, and everything will be well for election day. And when I talk about PUP is lone show and no substance, what the PUP's whole political agenda right now, their own propaganda, it's all about show. That is why they did this big meet where they brought the 31 constituencies, whole country, I believe. Let us come out and show the country the support. They come out there, and if they bring out 6,000, 7,000 people, that is no show of political power, because they couldn't get out the people. They should have at least 15,000 minimum people out there. And over the whole show, because I say it is the rebirth of the PUP. Now, this is the biggest thing anybody who can leak common sense and look on there and just see right through there. Rebirth of the PUP, you know, they are trying to show that they are new blood, new people, new ideas, new vision, are people who can't get corrupted and that. Listen to me. And when they had that big gathering there in Belize City and they bring everybody there, at least 7,000 people, 6,000 were rich, supporters were rich from countrywide, which even compare as a representation of this country, because they should have done better because they mobilized countrywide. So despite that, they reached there. Rebirth, big speeches by the leader of the opposition, Mr. Johnny Briceño. Big speech he gave, you know. I listened to a little of it. I never catch everything. And the sad thing about it, when he speaks, you know, I just listen to this man and I'm wondering where he is living, right? The fact that he talks about corruption, Like he not drop and broke an egg. Like he has never broke an egg. Like he just get into politics and he is a champion against corruption. My brother, he was part and parcel of the worst era of corruption in this country under his PUP leadership when he was the deputy prime minister of this country. You know, corruption abounds. We didn't even have to talk about how smart come about. Everybody knows. You know, secret accommodation agreement that was etched in there. How that get etched in there? And he don't know. And he was the deputy prime minister. Come on. Talks about corruption. He talks about bring back the millions to the PUP. He knows what they did during that time there. And that I never no good deals.
Is he fooling himself or trying to fool others? What is
the sad thing is he's trying to fool the public, and I know the public not fool out there. When he comes rebirth, and when he presents his executive. His executive at the PUP, you know. He amassed all the poor PUP supporters come out the way economic gather. Bring them together, sit down, rebirth, talk about corruption when like if he spit up in the air and he drop in the eye. And then he has the audacity for say, this is my executive. Oh my gosh. Anybody who has been around for at least the last 15, 20 years could tell you, when he presents us the executive we have, we did the same people who were involved in all the corruption during the reign of the PUP, he presents them. My brother, and you don't call this one rebirth? Who you the fool? It definitely not fool me, and I sure it not fool the tens of thousands of Belizeans in this country where watch that. It not fool them. But it's about show. He's showing that, hey, we do a rebirth, we are fight this and that. You know, I don't know who is the fool, and that is what the PUP is all about right now. It's all about one show. It's all about gimmicks right now, because all they want to do is win. It is imperative that he win this election. He lose this election here in Orange Walk.
He done.
He done.
Sugar City Morning Show. Good morning. Buenos días.
Buenos días. Buenos días.
Yes, morning.
Solo quisiera dar mis condolencias, ¿no? A la familia Salazar, a Seth, por su pérdida, ¿no?
Claro que sí.
Y a la vez quisiera decir de que nuestro grupo, nuestro team, está yendo frente a frente con una institución, la institución de Gianni Briceño. Ustedes saben que se dieron cuenta que durante la nominación, el día de la nominación, él destacó todos sus elementos. Tuvo la gente de Tombur, toda la gente de Tombur, todos los trabajadores, sin excepción de ninguno. La gente de Center, la gente que trabaja en la radio, la gente que trabaja en ¿cómo le llaman? En las gasolineras. Todos esos individuos, más 5 voces que trajeron de las aldeas, en particular la gente del sur, son los que componieron el día de la nominación. Pero en contraste nosotros teníamos gente, y era gente realmente de aquí del pueblo. Y sí tenemos una masa, tenemos una buena exposición ese día.
Right.
Además de esto tenemos como contraste nuestros representantes. Fíjense, el señor Gaspar Vega, la cantidad de trabajo que ha hecho en su área, la cantidad de terrenos que él ha distribuido, más alto que cualquiera ministro durante más de 30 años. En cada aldea, en cada distrito, él aportó y dio y distribuyó terrenos a gente. Así que no hay comparación. Mira nuestros representantes de nosotros, a pesar de que están hablando de las tonterías, el señor Aragón está luchando para traer industrias para nosotros. Es lo que está haciendo él. Se va a hacer una escuela, un colegio, una fábrica de cerveza, a pesar que digan tonterías, pero esta va a generar empleos para la gente. Él tiene eso en mente, es un commitment que él hizo, porque yo recuerdo que ese commitment que él hizo durante su elección, y es lo que él tiene. Así que nosotros aquí de vamos a apoyar al Mr. Aragón a través de Philip de la Fuente y sus 7 candidatos. y vamos a ser triunfadores, vamos a ganar. ¿Ah? Vamos a ganar porque no es lo que ellos tienen allá. ¿Ah? Tienes a Kevin cuando se fue allá en Belice, él estuvo hablando como que si fuera ministro. Está hablando de que va a ser 20,000 empleos, que va a ser casa de... Es los representantes de los mayores. ¿Ah? Además de eso, cuando ya se para a hablar allá de que Kevin no está consiguiendo ni un centavo de Central Government. Man, ¿quién está pagando todos estos proyectos? ¿Ah? SIF, a través de SIF. SIF es un gajo del gobierno. ¿Ah? Es el único mayor en la historia de Orange Walk que consigue millones de dólares a través de traffic. Rabel nunca tuvo ese dinero.
Correcto.
Philip nunca tuvo ese dinero. Pero durante ese tiempo, ellos hicieron lo que hicieron. Durante Rabel se pusieron los streetlights. Se consiguió un fleet de camiones nuevos. Durante Philip también se consiguió más camiones, compacta trucks, se consiguió Bakú. Todo eso trabajo ellos hicieron. Y este muchacho, ¿qué ha hecho? No puede mostrar nada. La calle principal que se hizo, la highway, y eso que se hizo de la entrada de Fire Station a Yoke, son las cosas que hacen que el hombre se vea bien. Proyecto de parque, eso ya estaba en función.
Pero no.
Iba a ser Philip.
Pero él hizo la carretera. Pero él no hizo la carretera.
No, jamás, pero se ve bonito, ¿no? Y eso es lo que ella está haciendo.
Por eso es importante que lo menciones para destacar la verdad de que no lo hizo.
Sí. Así que, señores, lo que tenemos acá es una oportunidad, otra vez, para tener al señor Philip, para que él se destaque como uno de los mejores mayores en la historia de Belice. Así que nosotros aquí en el le vamos a dar ese apoyo. Vamos a ganar con Philip en marzo 7.
Gracias.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, gracias.
Thank you, Cara.
Un punto bastante importante
Very important points I think he made.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Pero compañeros también nos habló acerca de el hecho de que hace ver bien a Kevin por la mala información de ciertas personas. Esa carretera que tenemos aquí no fue hecho por Kevin Bernard. La carretera que pasa a través del pueblo de New York fue hecho por el gobierno central UDP, no por el Town Council. Tampoco no hicieron la carretera de Fire Station hasta Yo Creek. También, compañeros, eso es un proyecto del gobierno central. Así que no piensen de que es Kevin que lo mandó a hacer.
No, bueno, pero todo lo que el mensaje claro de toda la discusión esta mañana es para mostrar a la gente de Orange Walk por qué vamos a votar el miércoles próximo. Porque los hechos que están en el municipio, las carreteras, las escuelas, el parque, son proyectos que son financiados por el gobierno central. Y cuando el gobierno central financia estas cosas, entonces nos preguntamos nosotros qué hace el concilio con el dinero que colectan en de impuestos, y eso es lo que la gente no tiene ningún respuesta. Pero la otra cosa, la gente que está ahorita ha escuchado que Janet dice bring back the millions, y en la misma grabación dice pues que él ha pagado up to $2 millones para el partido para sacarlo de... ¿A dónde él consiguió 2 millones? Él sabe quién sacó los millones afuera del país. Se habla de corrupción, se habla de contabilidad como líder. ¿Por qué no menciona quién son para aclarar su partido?
Yeah.
La otra cosa que debemos de saber, el gobierno central del UDP va a estar ya 2-3 años. Kevin, gente de Orange Walk, PUP, de acá 2-3 años, Johnny no va a ser líder. Así que Kevin se está siguiendo a Johnny por ilusión, Ninguno de los dos van a estar allá en 2, 3 años porque después de las elecciones municipales de la otra semana ya hay una maquinaria en el PUP para cambiar a Johnny Briceño. Así entonces cuando él se vaya, ¿a dónde se van a quedar ustedes, los seguidores del PUP? Se van a quedar sin líder porque cuando ya le quitaron el liderazgo a Johnny, él ya no va a participar más en elecciones porque va a atender a su negocio, a sus millones. Así de que por eso si queremos Orange Walk, amamos a nuestro pueblo. La esperanza está en todos nosotros, no está en ningún partido, está en la gente y el pueblo de Orange Walk para que tengamos esa conciencia de que si queremos mejoramiento para todos, tenemos un compromiso para votar para Philip de la Fuente y el equipo UDP. Porque si no, para 3 años no vas a tener líder, no vas a tener dirección, nadie para luchar para Orange Walk. Así que todo eso depende de nosotros y la hora es ahora, todo por todos.
Vamos a tomar esta llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, buenos días. Good morning.
Your call is on hold.
Yeah, but Ruben, you mentioned something good, and we have to bring this to light. You know, the PUP, like we were talking about, too, is all about the show, the rebirth, and this and that. But you know why Johnny can't name those people for make them bring back the millions? Because a lot of them are people who are in his party right now. Musa, Fonseca, you know, Marin, you name them, they are there. You know, the Marines, all the people who were part of his corrupt organization in terms of during the worst era of corruption in this country. Majority of these people, to a large extent, the heads are the same people right now within his party vying for leadership in this country. Some of them are members of the House right now. And this is what is so appalling. It's an insult to our basic common sense. You know, when you talk about rebirth, rebirth one party when you got Musa, who was the then Prime Minister of this country, and he's there still. When you had Fonseca, who is there still. When you had the Marines, and you name the rest of the crowd that were there, and you want to talk about rebirth, my brother, you rape this country nearly, and then you come back and say, well, you know, we just, all of we get baptized, we rebirth now. My brother, and then you talk about corruption, and then you feel your executive, all of them, that is same crowd. And I think, and this is my personal belief, I believe that is why the public out there see right through the show, and that is why they are not going to support it. Not for no general election, and not for no municipal, because countrywide, Ruben,
yes,
Martinez, the United Democratic Party is going to win these municipal elections. Right now, Johnny Briceño has a hard time in Orange Walk, and the United Democratic Party is fighting and moving ahead because we want to win this town here. And it will come about because the people will realize and understand the magnitude of the Briceño control in this town, and will free this town for us to move forward to see the kind of progress that everybody in this town wants to see. And that can come with what? With the power of the people. And when the people have the power is on election day. And March 7th is one of our greatest days of opportunity for every person in this town. No matter who you are, you have that power to exercise that one vote and make it sound and revert across this nation. And we are asking you come out and give that support to the United Democratic Party, Philip de la Fuente and the team, and I will tell you, you will see the changes. We don't want to go another 3 years, and be 9 by then, and then where we are. We lost that opportunity right now for greater things to come, and we don't want that.
No, and the business community, particularly, you know, business depend on governments, business depend on partnership. Business people, you want your business to succeed. You have many employees. You want more employees. How you get more employees? By more business. If you vote for the PUP, all you will get next year is increased taxation. If the PUP town council no got money for pay what he wants to do now, and you know I reach out to the central government, who will pay for it here? Yeah. You will pay for it because your license is going up. And so you need, as a business person, you need to partner with a UDP town council who will sit down and put a plan of action to uplift the economy. More work, more jobs, more money to circulate, and more the town will grow. So as business people, you're very intelligent. I know you're going to vote for Philip and the UDP because even if some people say, oh, you know, I don't get this break, I don't get that break. But whether you like it or not, for the next, like I told a good friend of mine, I said, if you vote for the PUP right now, the next day you want to come see me and say, well, you need help from the central government. Now we are offering you the hope so that whatever you need to do with a UDP Town Council who will represent everybody, including you, is what we need to do. So that invitation is here because let us be real. We need to invite everybody, all stakeholders to the table to put an economic plan. But if you have a council that has the mind to sit with you and put this plan and work with central government to give you that support, what better team than to vote for Philip and the UDP team? Okay. So we need to look at the reality of things because Johnny will be there. The people of Orange Walk Central, you know why they will vote for Philip? They will vote for Philip because they have seen that for the last 25 years, the only person who has been winning is Johnny, but the voters have been losing because he not gave them nothing. The people of Orange Walk Central have nothing to show to say Johnny as representative did this for us, even when he was minister, deputy prime minister, acting prime minister. So this is the opportunity for the people of Orange Walk Central. This is the time we are win, and we are win with Philip de la Fuente and the UDP team.
And with that, we will take a break, ladies and gentlemen, when it's 8:43, but we'll be right back with you after these messages. Vamos a una pausa.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters? Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a tropic gem you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
We will build a better and more beautiful Orange Walk town.
A better Orange Walk for our children and our children's children. An Orange Walk, where our residents can enjoy good and clean streets, drains, and parks. An Orange Walk where tourism will complement our sugar industry. An Orange Walk that will provide more job opportunities for its residents.
A developed Orange Walk that will be the pride of all Latalians.
For real development and the Orange Walk we all wish to see, your UDP 7 is here to make that change. For progress.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the washers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, rush runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan Muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Give me the real milk, the number one milk, Donna milk, then up Donna milk. You can whip it scream, for Donna milk it is real, yes, Donna milk, then up Donna milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Donna milk, then up Donna milk. Donna milk in the morning, Donna milk in the evening, Donna milk. Give me Donna milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Donna milk, then up Donna milk. All over this line and in Belmont, yes, Donna milk. Give me Donna milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in PG, Donna milk, then up Donna milk. You can hear this talk, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Donna milk. I love Donna milk. Donna milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
City Morning Show.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Son exactamente las 8:51. We went on a long
10 minutes
stretch.
to 9, you mean?
All
right.
We went on a little long stretch there for a while, but that doesn't mean that we can't go over at the 9 o'clock. Oh, of course we can. But it's a pleasure to have Minister Elodio Aragon here with us, and also Mr. Ruben Campos. Exactly 8 days before, approximately 8 days before the municipal elections, where the general consensus is that here in Orange Walk, the United Democratic Party is going to be victorious over the PUP. Because one, they're tired of Kevin and his stupidness, and two, they want a brand new team of independent thinkers. And three, and we could give you, enumerate a couple more, they want to see development happening here in Orange Walk, just as there is in the other municipalities.
And not only that, but I think, Martinez, that the general public out there are not fool. They can see things for their own self. Like I tell you, the whole rebirth, the whole show and no substance of the PUP right now propaganda. I mean, everybody who has been living on this earth, my brother, and living in this country, and who has been around for at least 20 years, could tell you that the rebirth is a gimmick of the PUP, because they present the same old people who are part and parcel of the greatest corruption ever in this country.
I think we coined up a little phrase a while ago. It says they're architects of corruption.
That's right. So, I mean, so it's all about that show, bringing the big crowd and feeling or mass people, which they can't. And, I imagine if I would have been a PUP out there, gone for support the party, and when I see them present this executive, I left one time, I wouldn't have stayed there because it is an insult to your person, and you look at that. And here in Orange Walk, it's all about that right now. Then propaganda is about show. We are the Union Park. We are the Riverside thing. We are things that they cannot do because they don't have the money. We have to be real. If they are voted in right now, this town won't move forward in terms of progress, in terms of development.
No han dicho que van a hacer Riverside hasta el día de hoy está todo lóbrego lleno de.
All the great projects like Ruben has mentioned and you have mentioned in this town has been through the United Democratic Party central government to a large extent. All the roads, and I know one Libeta road, you're talking the stretch for the Petro-Carib Highway, you're talking about the roadway going to San Antonio, you're talking about all the pavement when it did going up to San Antonio village, you're talking about the avenue that runs right across the studio. I mean, with lights and everything, you're talking about some serious investment in this town. You got the Central Park, you have the market that is here right now.
The market, right?
We are looking at the other investments that are already approved right now that will come on stream, like Louisiana 1.4, technical 1.3. You're looking at a new high school, brand new high school, fully equipped, coming on stream soon in Carmelita High School, the first high school ever in the East. You're going to see a new police station in Carmelita, So you are seeing these progress taking place, shape and forming of our community, Orange Walk. What has the PUP done for the last 6 years? A couple roads where Kevin Bernard did at the cost of 12 to 15 years in depth of this municipality. I know him because he know my there so long. He's going soon. But for the next 3 or 4 councils, they have been in debt for the 12 to 15 years and they will have to pay back this money. That is his legacy. Nothing else is there where he could say. That is his legacy. Because they can't say he do drains. He can't say he repair all the roads in the east because everybody know that I have done that regularly. I've been fixing on that right now. As we speak, I have people working in the Pasadita area. All that area working from that area, we are going to go down up to Lower Louisiana. Last time we did from Lower Louisiana up. This time I'm doing from Pasadita down. So that all the development right now, all the works, street works that we are doing, that is not through Kevin Bernard, that is through the work of myself and the works, and trying to get our roads as best as possible fixed. Yes, then are white mile roads, but at least we are fix up in holes and stuff. And it's ongoing work that we do every year, and that I know because of election.
Because of elections.
That has been throughout, because once the roads get to our state, we have to repair it, and that is where I come in to try to ensure that at least we have manageable roads for the people who live in those communities.
You see the difference in language, Emmanuel? Even as a minister, he realizes that you must be truthful to your people in how things operate. If the road is bad, even prepare it so it's usable appropriately until such time that it can be paved. Because the reality is that you do things in stages. And if things were done in stages in Orange Walk, those roads that the people are talking in Orange Walk Town would have been usable, because you don't have to pave all of them, but make them usable. But because if you don't have a plan, how will you be able to do that? You can't. And if you have a town council that is only administrative but not workable, what the people want you to do, then you know, I collect your taxes, yes. I check I send the traffic officers, go check your license, yes. But what happened to the work? So the administration up here is doing paperwork while there is no plan for no work for the people of Orange Walk.
Eso
So
no,
you need...
eso no es falta de enfoque.
Por eso digo, si no hay un plan, ¿cómo vas a trabajar? Tienes que tener un plan, tienes que tener una dirección. ¿A dónde estamos? ¿A dónde queremos estar en 3 años del presente? ¿Qué es lo que vamos a preparar para hacer después de 3 años? En el manifiesto del UDP tiene todo detallado desde el primer día qué es lo que se va a hacer. Primero se le va a dar cuenta a todos los ciudadanos cómo se encuentra el Town Council, a dónde están tus finanzas, cómo se gastó, en qué se gastó. Y eso es lo que el pueblo necesita saber. Segundo, se va a poner en acción, se va a presentar el plan. On the inauguration first meeting, that UDP manifesto will be tabled as the working plan for the UDP Town Council. Everybody knows what it is that our candidates and our new councillors will do. And it's a 3-year plan. So that the UDP Town Council has a plan to say, Prime Minister, UDP government, this is where we need your help for our people of Orange Walk. And then as you go, you ask for a little more. But if you have a town council that is looking at Johnny, and not even his leaders are following Johnny, why should we go to a bridge, to a cliff where you will go off the cliff? We need to build a bridge to cross, to go for success. And the only hope Orange Walk has, the hope that we have, thank God, is people like Philip and the UDP team who are offering themselves voluntary to do things for us, Orange Walk. Let us take this opportunity, vote UDP 7 down the line. That's it.
And Ruben, you know the sad thing right now that is taking place just before election, you're having them where they're basically telling people, listen to me, if you want your taxi license for run taxi, you better put one banner or one flag or one poster up on your house. If not, you don't get the license.
I know 2 people get driver's license.
I'm telling you, I have met people who came to me and told me, Mr. Aragon, when they do me is unfair, but I need a taxi license when I do. I need it to work. So they are holding people hostage like that. Well, when you say they are giving out free licenses to cronies because you're a POP and they know you're a full POP and give free license, or then they ask you, listen, I give free license because I want you to vote for us. They are giving half price if they're not too sure where you stand. I mean, all of these things are not, they not bode well for good governance, you know. But they talk about all of these things and they are right there doing all these things, trying to get things going for them. But I will tell you that the people in Orange Walk, all I've told them, go get on a free license if they give you. As I know, one man where I meet on the road, they said, Mr. Aragon, but me even want to go there because that's a bad luck for dealing with them people. He said, that bad luck, I didn't want nothing for the with them, so I didn't even go in there. Go, I need my license, I say where I find the money and try to go pay, and I don't want nothing from them because then they're bad luck. So my whole thing is that, you know, in the UDP right here, all we have been asking is, listen, come out, support the United Democratic Party. We know deep down that this is the right decision to make on March 7th because we are looking at a dynamic team, a team that is people who, like you said, think for themselves. No one person to guide them, no one family to dictate to them what has to be done. And at the end of the day, we want to see the kind of progress that can come about with the UDP 7 team and central government, and the whole fact that we must free this town from that manipulative control from one family over this entire town. And we all know the situation in regards to that, you know.
8 days before elections, what does the party have? Does the party have any plans for any event, anything coming up to the elections?
Yes, the party has events, and right now, in the course of the week, we will be getting the complete information. We do not want to offer a partial thing because it's.
So you'll be keeping us abreast of those.
Yes, because the group needs to discuss things. We don't do things by ourselves. Everybody is involved and discuss what's going to happen, and then when we all agree, that's how it's done. This is an inclusive thing. We have to practice including people, so that is what's going to happen. Then we'll know.
Okay.
You know, so.
But the big news out there, the big news, as of last week and today, Monday, is that the people are saying that Philip will win. And the PUP, most of the PUP have accepted, they have accepted that Philip will be elected because more people are responding to Philip as the mayor. So when you have the majority of people saying that Philip will win, Philip Baganar, and then, well, we have to invite the rest to come on board so that we win together, so that we don't have no seesaw. We have a solid foundation so we could build a road of development for Anjoac together. So even, Kevin, you're a citizen, and all of you watching from the PUP this morning, you're all Orangeoacanians and you will benefit. So think about it and give Philip and the UDP team your vote so that all of us can win. We agree to disagree and disagree to agree, but at the end of the day, we all love Orangeoac and we want what is best for Orangeoac. And you all know that if Johnny said the millions are outside, bring back the millions, and if he said in the recording that he has spent 2 million, you think for the next 2-3 years he want to spend millions out of their pocket? Think about it. So let's secure what is best for all of us in Orangeoac by voting for Philip and the UDP candidates. 7 run down the line for the love of Orangeoac. That's what it's all about, my brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Minister, your parting comments.
Yeah, well, I just like to say that it's coming down to the wire now. It's about 9 days away from municipal election. I ask everybody out there to look at the situation where we are, where we want to see this town go. And if we want to see the progress for this town, we want good governance, we want to put people in there who care for this municipality, then the answer is Philip de la Fuente and the UDP 7 team. And I ask everybody, make that decision, prepare yourself to come out and vote, to exercise your right and make your voices be heard by coming out and voting for the United Democratic Party. And I also want to invite people, we have 104.9 right now, FM, East Radio. We have a show that's called Truth Be Told, and we invite everybody to listen in on these things where we have serious discussions in terms of the political situation right now in Orangeoac, and we're trying to educate and inform people so they can be empowered to make the right decisions on election day. So we invite you to join that, and I also want to say that our campaigners are out on the ground. Philip and his team is out there meeting with the general population out there in their homes and speaking to them, and we ask people, stay strong, stay firm with the United Democratic Party. Do not be fooled by the show and no substance propaganda that the PUP is doing. Stay focused on the picture, because at the end of the day, we all know that the United Democratic Party is the best party right now for the people of this country. And I ask you, let us come out and support, and let us move this town forward, because time waits on no one. 6 years is gone, and if we give them another chance, it'll be 9 years, and we are still not to move forward. So I'm asking, let us make a change on March 7th with Philip de la Fuente and the UDP.
Vamos a esta última llamada. Sugar City Morning Show, good morning, buenos días. Hola. Claro que sí.
Gracias, señora.
Gracias. Señora embajadora. También le quiero, gracias por llamar, y le voy a llamar, señora embajadora, que nos ayude con sus amistades, familiares, a pasar también el mensaje, ¿no? Y gracias, y apreciamos mucho su opinión, y precisamente eso es lo que estamos hablando, de que cuando viene la elección, en 2-3 años más, el gobierno central estará presente, ¿ok? Si el líder de la oposición, Jean Rebeseño, no tiene el apoyo ahorita de todos sus compañeros nacional, y el alcalde presente lo está siguiendo, cuando lleguen a la orilla de ese cero, todos va a caer, pero nosotros tenemos el amor a nuestro pueblo. Y si tenemos este amor a nuestro pueblo, tenemos ahorita el momento de esperanza para todos, hasta para el PUP, porque somos ciudadanos y les invitamos, porque el 7 de marzo, el miércoles próximo, vamos a tomar esa decisión que va a ser el día donde la esperanza se hace una realidad, votando para Philip y los 6 candidatos del UDP. La mayoría de la gente allá afuera está diciendo que Philip va a ganar. El PUP sabe que la mayoría está apoyando a Philip de la Fuente y el UDP. Así que vamos a invitarlo entonces, que vamos como una familia de una municipalidad, un pueblo, y a votar conjunto por el amor al pueblo y todo para todos.
Pues muy bien, muy bien. Con eso yo quiero agradecer el trabajo del equipo de producción, a Morris, Rahim y además personas que están detrás. También le quiero dar las gracias, las sinceras gracias a los invitados, al ministro Aragón, muchas gracias, al señor Rubén Campos, muchas gracias por su fiel apoyo a esta causa y a este programa. Yo sería incorrecto de mi parte no reconocer su participación, estas personas que fielmente nos apoyan. Pero importantemente le quiero dar las gracias a ustedes, compañeros, por su fiel atención, su fiel apoyo. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo cada día desde Canal 10 aquí en Nortevisión, Orange Rock, Trail Farm, a través de cable, nos ven por todo el país, y si es que no tienes cable, a través de las antenitas que extiendes, porque te puedes captar Canal 10 por aire, pero también, compañeros, estamos pasando este programa por 3 estaciones de radio, por East Radio, Sugar City Radio y Universal Radio, y además está por el internet cada día. Si quieres ver el show, simplemente tecla Sugar City Morning Show para la fecha que quieres ver, y voilà, la magia de la tecnología te permite verlo. Compañeros, muchas gracias. Aquí dándoles una última invitación, que si es que no eres partidario del UDP, te invito, considéralo, para el beneficio del pueblo, votar para un partido que va a ayudar a desarrollar todo el pueblo y para el bienestar común. Compañeros, de nuevo las gracias a todos, y aquí enviándolos nuestros mejores saludos y nuestros mejores deseos para todos ustedes. Que pasen un buen día, pero repitiendo que estaremos de vuelta aquí mañana, pero el show repite hoy por la noche a las 9. Compañeros, cuídense mucho, nos vemos, hasta luego.
City Morning Show.